Are you ready to take your tracks from the studio to the world? Today, I'm taking a look at LANDR distribution, the easiest way to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, and more, straight from LANDR Studio. LANDR distribution is available within LANDR Studio, and if you want 20% off LANDR Studio, you'll find a link just below this video. Okay, so I've just finished having some fun creating a bit of lo-fi stock music with LANDR Chromatic. I've mastered it on the fly with LANDR Mastering Standard Edition, and I've exported it onto my desktop, but I don't want this music's journey to end there, and I want to share it with the world, so I'm going to head over to LANDR Distribution. So I'm inside LANDR Studio. I'm going to head over to the Distribution tab and click on Start a Release. On this next page, there's two big pieces of information I want to share with you. One is that your track can go live in as little as 2 days, just 48 hours. That's so super fast. Secondly, you get to keep 100% of your streaming royalties, which is super important. So I've got a new song. I'm going to start a release and click on this tab. Uploading is super simple. I'm going to click on Add Track, grab my WAV file from my desktop and drag it in. So now we're ready to fill in the details. Artist name, track title, release date, and genre. This all helps platforms to categorize your music correctly. There's a couple of interesting things on this page. Firstly, this composition area. If you've got an original composition, things are pretty straightforward. But if you've got a cover song and you need a license, LANDR offer you a $15 one-time fee to provide you with a mechanical license from the Harry Fox agency, which allows the original songwriters to get paid. So as long as that track is on the database, then I think that's incredibly helpful. And secondly is to do with revenue split. So LANDR will automatically split the revenue with your collaborators once you've filled this area in. And once your release goes live, you'll be able to create automatic revenue splits with any of your collaborators. Finally, on this page, we've got this license content section. Now, my track was created within LANDR Chromatic, so it contains some royalty-free samples. So I'm going to choose this second option to help speed up the release process. Next up, you'll need to add some cover art. Now, I don't think I'm going to win any art awards for mine, but there are certain parameters you need to think about before uploading. The image itself needs to be a minimum of 1500 by 1500 pixels and an aspect ratio of 1:1, basically a perfect square. It can be JPEG or PNG format, but avoid any blurriness or pixelation. Basically, you're best off sticking to high quality images. On the image itself, there can be no URLs, no social media logos, no references to brands, and no pornographic images. If you're stuck for inspiration, check out Pexels. They have a whole bunch of royalty-free images you can use. And if you're not as handy as me with a photo editor, and I am joking there, then check out Canva for a free trial. They've got a whole bunch of templates which will help you to get started. Once you're good to go, again, it's a simple case of dragging and dropping. That's really not a good cover. Next, we get to choose what stores we want our music to release into. We've got a whole bunch of checkboxes and options there. And below that, we've got some monetization options. So we've got 4 different potential revenue streams here from TikTok, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube Content ID, and Audible Magic Identification. In order to monetize your music, you need to tick this checkbox, and essentially you need to be sure that you own the rights to the music so you're not treading on anyone else's toes. Also, you need to make sure that your content ID with YouTube is not registered anywhere else too. LANDR breaks all this information down for you, and it's pretty important stuff, so make sure you read through it. And right at the bottom, I want my release to come out as soon as possible, so I've clicked this top option and I'm good to go. So now's the time just to review and double check everything, your track listings, your cover art and your chosen platforms. And remember, LANDR's very royalty friendly, allows you to keep 100% of your rights. That means you're going to get paid anytime your music streams or is sold. Once your track has been distributed, there are plenty of stats to keep you happy, so you can keep a good eye on top performing countries, stores, streams, all that stuff. So that's it, song distributed. If you're interested in LANDR distribution, you'll find it within LANDR Studio. And if you want 20% off LANDR Studio, you'll find a link below this video. As well as being available within LANDR Studio, LANDR distribution is available on its own too. There's 3 different packages starting at a very reasonable £23.99 for the basic package, which still includes unlimited releases, 100% of the royalties, 150 plus digital stores, and at the moment YouTube Content ID. Sounds like a great place to get started. If you enjoyed this video today, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've got any questions about song distribution, drop them in the comments box below. Now if you found this video interesting, you definitely want to check this next one out.